Hello everyone! In today's video, we are going to unleash the essence of the $300,000 2025 Ford Mustang GTD. Come, let's dig in. The most daring and technologically advanced Mustang ever, the Mustang GTD is a limited edition, street-legal performance vehicle created in tandem with the Mustang GT3 racing car and prepared to compete against the greatest performance vehicles in the world. Designed to accelerate quickly, a supercharged V8 engine with a unique dry sump oil system, an 8-speed dual-clutch rear transmission, a carbon fiber drive shaft for nearly perfect weight balance, carbon fiber wheels, an optional titanium exhaust, and carbon ceramic brakes, along with an extensive use of carbon fiber in the body, all work together to create an agile, extremely high-performance Mustang. The technology in the Mustang GTD is beyond what is permitted in racing, with the goal of producing more than 800 horsepower and finishing the Nürburgring in under 7 minutes. The all-new 2025 Ford Mustang GTD, a technical marvel influenced by the Mustang GT3 scheduled to compete its debut today. Its sculpted broad body made primarily of carbon fiber and its towering rear wing, which express everything in a single glance, are unapologetic in its heritage and astounding in its performance. The Mustang GT's design has one goal in mind. From the front splitter, vented hood, and fenders to the optional C-pillar mounted hydraulically operated active rear wing, every line pushes aerodynamic performance at track speed. Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, concluded that the blue oval had to convert the Ford Mustang GT3 race car into a road vehicle after viewing the clay model of the vehicle at the design studio. The 2025 Ford Mustang GTD is basically the street-legal version of Ford's future racer, which is scheduled to make its debut at the 24 Hours of Daytona before going to Le Mans. It was built out of a desire to win Le Mans with a Mustang. With increased power, about 800 horsepower, and active aerodynamic characteristics that are prohibited in the series Ford will race the Mustang GT3 in, the GTD street vehicle will be able to achieve higher speeds without breaking any racing regulations. Ford hopes to produce a limited quantity of the street-legal GTD with the goal of competing with the world's top track cars. It's for AMG Black, Aston Martin, and Porsche GT3 RS, as Farley puts it. In addition to beating the GT3 RS at Le Mans, our goal is to outperform it in a street vehicle. Ford Performance and Multimatic, Mustang GTD. The GTD was created by Ford Performance and Multimatic. It began life as a standard Mustang, body in white, that was sent from the model's Flat Rock, Michigan facility to Multimatic's facility in the Canadian province of Ontario. Subsequently, the rear of the Mustang shell is surgically modified to accommodate the GTD's 8-speed dual-clutch Tremec transaxle. The gearbox is kept cool by a transaxle cooler that is attached to the trunk lid. Although it was not much visible, Ford claims that there is still some trunk space beneath the radiator and ducting of the transaxle cooler. The weight is shifted rearward by installing a transaxle that is connected to the engine positioned up front by a carbon fiber prop shaft. Ford states that the GTD's front-to-rear distribution is almost 50-50, which is a very good balance compared to the Mustang Shelby GT500's 56.6-43.4% split. For the time being, the company is not disclosing the GTG's ultimate weight. The remainder of the bodywork is made of carbon fiber, with the exception of the metal door skins. Before you ask, yes, exposed carbon fiber panels are being considered, much like on the GT supercar. But in the end, this kind of choice could turn out to be too costly and complex. The Secretariat of Ford Mustangs. The GTD will undoubtedly move quickly. A significantly altered version of the Shelby GT500's 5.2-liter supercharged V8 provides motivation. The blown bent 8 in GTD form should produce about 800 horsepower, which is an increase over the GT500's 760 horsepower, and it should redline at 7,500 revolutions per minute. All 8 cylinders of the engine should be able to maintain enough lubrication on the track thanks to a dry sump oil system. The engine is mounted in the same location as the GT500 despite this increase. Two huge pipes that extend from the rear fascia are used to blast hot air out of an optional Akrapovic titanium exhaust. The GTD is presumably equipped with a launch control system to optimize the traction offered by the enormous 345/30 ZR20 Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R rear tires. Ford equips the GTD's front end with three 25/30 ZR20 tires, which are some of the largest tires we've ever seen on a production car. The grip of the tires is maximized with a custom suspension. The new unequal length control arm front suspension system from Multimatic pairs with adaptive spool valve (ASV) dampers and the pushrod style multi-link structure at the rear ends with coil springs and inboard mounted ASV dampers work together. While forged magnesium wheels are a possible option to further minimize unsprung weight, forged aluminum wheels are the basic configuration. Beneath the GTD's wheels are enormous braking rotors made of carbon ceramic. Cooling ducts are specifically designed to prevent overheating of the front rotors. GTD brings the wing. To maximize its aerodynamic packaging, the GTD's body descends by around 1.6 inches with the touch of a button. An optional feature of the enormous wing hanging off the C-pillar is an active drag reduction system that is operated hydraulically to improve downforce as needed. The front fenders and hood's pressure-reducing vents resemble parts taken from a serious Le Mans competitor. Ford will provide a carbon fiber underbody with hydraulically controlled active front flaps for consumers desiring the most extreme aero package. Physically, the GTD exhibits a startlingly broad stance and bold fender sculpture. The about $300,000 Mustang variant's aggressive stance, enhanced proportions, and 4-inch wider track made the Shelby GT500 that Ford parked beside appear like an Arnold Schwarzenegger compared to a Danny DeVito. The view of the interior of the prototype car was restricted by its tinted glass. Still, the daring glimpse of the new Mustang's massive gauge cluster, multimedia screens, and two Recaro front seats that resemble race cars. The back seats are absent. The GTD settings menu has a 3D printed rotary shifter and shift paddles constructed from Lockheed Martin F-22 titanium components, which is suitable for such a large aircraft. The 2025 Ford Mustang GTD is still over a year away from going into production. Blue Oval intends to produce between 1,000 and 2,000 units of this powerful Mustang. Ford will undoubtedly sell every last one. Thank you for watching this video. Comment your favorite moment in the video below down in the comment section.